Hardys. We're so excited to be with you on what is actually Remembrance Day in Canada and Veterans Day here in the States. So we're honoring our veterans, including my husband. I've got to find a good picture of him to put on Facebook for his, he's retired Navy. So we're just trying to figure out which of the specials we're going to pursue today, whether it's going to be the free Starbucks or it's like you kind of get overwhelmed as,
That's all of them. You do
yeah,
all.
like we have to get an oil change because it's like
Yep.
there's a lot to do on Veterans Day to capture all these amazing honors. But sincerely, thank you for your service if you've served. And we are especially excited. I'm Marg. I'm from San Diego. Let me have my friends introduce themselves. Go ahead, Kim.
I'm Kim from Ontario, Canada.
And I'm Amy from Massachusetts.
And we have a very special guest with us today, Sherry Foley from Montana, a longtime Hardy. You were telling us you have been a Hardy like from the Stone Age, is what you're saying, from the very beginning.
I am from the Stone Age.
From the very earliest days, huh?
Yes.
I mean, it's getting to the point where it's like, I look at the pictures of us like 10 years ago, and yeah, we might have aged a teeny bit. Not you, Sherry.
Oh, darling,
great.
thank
You're
you.
looking great. Yeah. How many Hardy family reunions have you been to, Sherry?
You know what? I've only been to one.
Okay.
I
All right.
Didn't make it this year. The prior year I went and took my youngest daughter with me, and it was unbelievable. The most spectacular experience I've ever had. And I made some great new friends, which is great.
Amazing.
Oh,
and what part of Montana are you from?
I'm in Havre. So
Okay.
I'm up in the High Line, maybe 40 miles from the Canadian border.
Oh, wow.
It's already really cold there, you're saying?
It's not bad. It's warmer than normally this time of year. We're in the 40s.
Okay.
But it does get low in the morning.
Got it. Kim and Amy, you guys have already had a little dusting of snow, right? Or real
yes,
snow?
we did.
We
Okay.
had snowplow
than
sightings today. Yeah, we've got more
Oh.
than a dusting. We can make snowmen today.
All right. Well, before we jump into it, in honor of snow, Amy, you got to show off your merchandise because Kim and I are showing off of our Heart to Hardy's merchandise.
I know I'm too short. Mine doesn't show on camera.
Okay, but go ahead.
This is the front of it. And this is available on the Hallmark website. And I haven't been in any of the stores because here in Massachusetts, we don't have Hallmark stores, but we have the paper store, which sells licensed Hallmark merchandise. Sometimes they have some of this stuff. But this is the front. And I kind of saw it and I was like, oh, but then I saw the back of it.
Come on.
It is just too
we
cool.
Got like the market and the Christmas tree farm.
It looks like a festival.
It's like every button that you tick off on a
all
Hallmark
the things that are
movie.
in a Hallmark movie. You got
there
the
you
ice
go.
skating, the snowman making.
Yes.
And then if you have Hallmark Plus, you get rewards. You get $5 a month, and then you get extra bonus points when you shop at the store. So then you can use those rewards for.
Okay, where do I find my rewards? I got to look for that.
Or you have to be registered for the rewards program. It's a free one.
Okay.
But that's where the rewards are. And they give you, have you gotten like your free, did you get your free gift when you signed up for Hallmark Plus?
No.
And your free Christmas ornament? Mark, come on.
Oh no.
Work with me. Amy is our resident admin who always, she clues us in to all the sales. So she's a good person to know as we enter the season. I don't want to delay another
$5 in rewards every month, and you can use them for things on the website or in the Hallmark store, and you get a free card every month.
Hardee's, I've fallen down on my job, so I'm going to get on that. But without further ado, we had a big announcement. I was at a film festival all weekend. Ooh. Kim, I think were you not watching live, or you had seen
I was watching live.
Oh, you were watching live. Okay. But you're watching it on Super Channel or what? Okay.
W Network in Canada.
On the W Network. Okay.
So they don't air the current season of When Calls the Heart. they're about 3 seasons behind, so they were not airing any announcements.
Got it. Okay. So Amy and Sherry, you guys were watching live on Saturday night?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. And so when did the announcement come? And tell me about your reactions.
So excited. I just don't want to have to wait. I want it every Sunday.
Agreed.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Was the mustache video what they used for the announcement, or it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
The
my
mustache. The mustache.
That was pretty funny.
God. Hilarious.
It was. You kind of
So
went into
good.
the commercial thinking it was just maybe a When Calls the Heart commercial, or something like that, because they've been releasing some of those things on social media with Aaron and Kevin standing there. So we'd seen a few pictures. So I think some of us went into the movie thinking, it's Aaron. There's got to be some type of When Calls the Heart,
Based on last year, right?
something. But you didn't want to get your hopes up, and then he starts talking and there's the mustache and you're like, and then they mentioned January and then it was all kinds of craziness. And I was
Oh,
tweeting and I'm like, did everybody see? Did everybody see? And like at first nobody was really responding, but I'm like, everybody's probably doing the same thing I am. They're, talking to their friends. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? And yeah. And then people started responding and then everybody was just excited. And
Yeah.
it's super, you don't want to wish the next 2 months away, month and a half, but January can't come soon enough.
right.
It
Yes.
seems like forever.
It does.
And
Yep.
if you had to be a betting person, I saw James Lott Jr. did his reaction to the news this morning, and he was like, January 4th, January 11th. Like, what are you thinking? Do anybody want to make a bet?
I'm saying the 15th.
I feel like that's
Oh,
the one I
dang.
was thinking too. I had to
Wait.
look at the
Oh,
calendar.
wait, what's a Sunday? I might have to
Sunday the
take
Yeah,
that back.
4th,
exactly.
the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th.
Yeah, we got 4 choices.
I was thinking the 18th.
The 18th.
That was my guess
So
too.
Martin Luther King weekend, you're thinking it on Sunday night. I'm gonna go with the 11th. I'm gonna go with
What was it?
11th.
What was the last one? Was it the
I
end of
think
the
it was
month,
right on
or
the heels of it was boom. It was
like Countdown to Christmas
very
ended and the next
fast.
Sunday
Yes.
was
Yes, last year was
the
Yeah, it
Countdown to
was-
Christmas ends a little bit earlier this year, right? Like before the movies are
it was
over
the
before
5th last
Christmas.
year. So it could very well be
Hmm.
the 4th. It was the 5th.
Wow. Ooh, I
Yeah.
would not complain about that.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I will be happy if I'm proved wrong.
All right. Well, first impressions, tell me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was Tyler Hines and Aaron Krakow. How could you go wrong with that combination? I mean,
Absolutely.
they can act themselves out of a paper bag. It's just, yeah, So
I
Peter
had
Benson,
trouble with the beginning.
you did. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, we're gonna get there. Peter Benson was the director. He directed Aaron in the Christmas Book Club film.
Mm.
We've seen him before, and of course he acted in the movie as well. All right, your first impression was you had trouble in the beginning. Tell us about that.
Just for a few minutes, it was so hard for me to see Aaron as this just nasty,
Yep.
lacking empathy, patience. So it took me a few minutes to say, okay, no, it's all good.
It was off-putting. It really
It
was.
really
It
was.
was Devil Wears Prada, Meryl
Yeah.
Streep. Yeah, it was that bad. And I knew from just the little what's the line?
I'll be merry when it's over.
Oh my gosh, exactly. That was the one
Yep.
that they used in the commercial, and I was like, oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, did she play it well? Holy cow. We'll get into that, but other first impressions.
I just thought it was funny. That was my word for
Yeah.
the movie. It was just so much fun to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
you went into it, you knew it was kind of a play on the Christmas Carol. So you kind of knew where it was going to go. And
Right.
so in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, I just want them to entertain me while they get there because I
Yes.
kind of already know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
Yes.
And it was just so much fun. I loved all the little nods to the original and the classic parts of it, but it just kept me entertained and laughing until the end, even though I knew what was going to end up happening.
I agree. And having a female Scrooge was something different than we're usually seeing as well. I was trying to recall when I've seen another Christmas Carol adaptation with a strong female lead. And then the reference like 55 degrees in the office. I mean, I worked in government. And the drama that goes on over temperature in the office is quite funny.
Like
So
after she
that
said
really,
that, I noticed they were all in their jackets, and I hadn't
yeah.
really paid attention to that before.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
wearing
okay.
wearing mittens to the big commercial reveal, which by the way, that commercial was awesome.
It was a great
It was
commercial.
a good
was
one.
like, I want to go.
That
And she's like,
commercial was
I
no,
was
the
like,
we're
some
best.
going
company
back to
needs to ask Hallmark if they can use that now.
Yeah, right. And I, like you, loved the classic Dickens references
Yes.
with Oliver and everything else, and then all the airplane references that went with it. Like buckle up, and off you went with with the controllers
Oh, that was the
and the
best. The air traffic controller
right, and the
wand.
yoke
Mhm.
and the
And
oh
then when
god
Oh,
Marlene shows
the
up and
light.
she has like she was like, "Are those chains?" And they're like the airplane
Oh
seat
yeah,
belts. I
that
was like,
was
you really took
fantastic.
this and turned it,
yeah,
aeronomically correct.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
be cotton
love that.
polyester.
Oh
Mm.
my gosh,
I
that
wrote
was
that
my
line
best line.
down.
Me too.
I wrote that line down
Uh,
because she
I did.
says, what does
Forget
she
about
say?
the chains. I'm
Yeah.
wearing polyester. I'm literally caught dead in something I would not be caught dead in.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
It
I
And
was
was
I
just,
love that
dying.
her name
yeah.
was Marlene Jacobson when in the book it was Jacob Marley.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't even catch that, but
There were
good.
so many
Yeah.
I love that it was so close to the classic, but also so far away. Like so many of the things that everybody knows about the Christmas Carol were in
Right.
that story. You had Bob Cratchit, you had Tiny Tim, the whole no
Mhm.
heat thing, her not supporting charity, and the feast with the ghost of Christmas present, like all the things that you
oh
remember in like
yeah.
almost every rendition of a Christmas Carol. I mean, I grew up loving the Muppets Christmas Carol, and those were like the things that even stayed the same in that one. And it was just so much fun to see. It was like classically unclassic, if that's a term at all.
Well,
That's a good one.
we've already kind of dived into the story, so let's just keep talking about it. I think I agree. I think the script was incredibly clever. It was very funny, particularly through the pilot. It gets a little darker, with the ghost of Christmas is yet to come. But and
Mhm.
I'd forgotten that the ghost of the future is always non-speaking in the Christmas Carol.
And he just
That
points.
was, yeah,
It
yeah.
was very intense.
Yes, very intense, and he had that great look and everything, but it was very, very clever. And I have to admit, the Christmas Carol is not my favorite. I've seen it a lot. I've seen some really phenomenal renditions. So it always takes me, like, I loved it through, like, I get to that part of where it's the ghost of the future, and then I'm like, oh, it's just so sad. It's so sad. It's so devastating. And I know we have to go there, but it's always a tough one for me. So I thought it was excellent for me to be drawn in, and the way that they played with the airplane stuff was just.
I mean, the airplane bathroom, I don't think I've ever watched a movie that had so much airtime in an airplane bath, but the fact that she kept ending up back in the bathroom, I just kept cracking up.
Hilarious.
And the
And then when
same
she's
person
yelling
at the
at them,
door
like,
when
can
she
you leave
comes
me in
out.
my seat next time?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
So
the
good.
person at the door, she was funny too. Like, are
Yeah, I
you
mean,
all
there
right?
really were an assortment of characters, really. And they really squeezed a lot of characters in. You felt like you were in that
Mhm.
town, except the town was the plane and the office, and then her families, the families Tiny Tim and of what's her name? What was it?
Francis.
Francis.
Fran, yeah,
Yeah.
Fran, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down some other lines. I just thought Marlene, that whole thing was fantastic.
Mhm.
Just I completely agree. That line, I love the polyester line. And then she was like, just try to escape your fate of appearing in an employee training video. It was just, we know you have choices when you time travel. I mean, the I thought Marlene just jumped off the screen, and I also thought the Ghost of Christmas Past
Yes.
Mhm.
was, she
Yep.
just, she magnetized me.
Yeah.
I loved the window, how they had the red flashing and the windows, the
Mhm.
window shades
Yes.
Oh,
shutting and
yeah.
all that stuff. And you know, him saying, I'm gonna miss this level of vibrant awkwardness for the next 20 hours. Yeah, I really like that. Really liked it. I'm as solitary as an oyster and it suits me just fine.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I tried the novel concept of delegating and failed. I mean,
There were
she
so
was
many just
such a
great
jerk.
little one-liners
Line.
that
Amazing.
maybe they didn't mean to be funny, but they were. Like when she was in the bathroom and she ended up with the life jacket on and it like inflated and she opens the door. Tyler's standing there, Jake, and he just looks at her and he's like, "You good?" I lost
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes. I mean, just the name Ebenezer. I mean, that was
I
so
know.
clever.
Classic.
So clever. Yeah. You do understand with Scrooge that he grew up like destitute.
Mhm.
And so that contributed. But the one thing I would say is I don't think we know why she made this dramatic turn, other than Marlene, like, you know, giving her the advice that she needed to leave everything. But it wasn't clear to me necessarily why she became everything she became. Um,
Well, I think at the beginning they had that little clip where she was little and she was at the school and it was Christmas
a boarding
and her
school.
parents
Mhm.
had left her. I mean, I think maybe in the original Christmas Carol you saw a little bit more of that. You didn't get as much of it from the movie. I think that one clip was intended to kind of show why. And I think it was kind of that with her parents not being around at Christmas and then her breaking up with him around Christmas. Those two things together were supposed to be the catalyst for why she kind of, but it was interesting because to me, she was resenting Christmas because of things that happened. But then you saw her, she wasn't just cold the whole time. When she got the phone call from her sister right at the very beginning, you saw that like softening up a little bit, but
Yes.
then she corrected herself really quickly and it was like, so you kind of felt like that was still there deep down inside,
Hmm.
but she had learned from Marlene that you can't show that side. You have to be a tough woman. You have to, so she kept correcting herself. So sometimes I would feel like, okay, that's a little bit over the top, but then I felt like she felt she had to perform that way. So then I started to wonder, well, maybe it's not really her, it's a performance that she's putting on for people because she feels like this is the way she has to be because she was taught that this is what you have to do,
Mhm.
when you're in charge.
Well, and I think when they broke up, she just tailspinned.
Yeah.
She just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that boarding school. So you're thinking she just kind of suppressed, like, she associated Christmas with those memories.
Right.
Yes.
And if I had to guess, they didn't show it on screen, but I'm guessing that wasn't the only Christmas that her parents weren't
Were
there. I think
away.
that was just a sign that Christmas in their family, maybe not her sister, I think her sister loved Christmas, but for her family, Christmas was not a big deal in celebrating and all that.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
so
were in Europe for work. So
yeah,
it's been modeled for a long time.
yeah, got it. Okay, that's helpful. All right, so any other things about the script or the story that you particularly liked?
I
Or
I
enjoyed
will
the whole
say,
thing.
go
you
ahead.
enjoyed the whole theme, Cherry?
I did. I mean, there were some classic times. There was a lot of emotion. I mean, there were times when I held my breath, maybe a little bit of tears, a lot of laughter, just depending upon which ghost she's with.
Yes.
And to me, the past was the best,
Yes.
Yeah.
especially because there was so much time with Tyler in that. And you
Right.
could really see the emotions and the feeling from facial expressions and just the touches. And it was nice.
Yeah, I mean, this is really Erin's movie to a large degree.
Absolutely.
I don't, yeah, there were very few scenes without her. Um, and there was a point I thought they were in the past stuff, there was like one that I thought was like excessive, but the thing, like, because the ghost kept taking her to different places, and I was like, can we just focus on like three instead of four or five? But you did have to really get time with Tyler. You're right, with Jake. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to think which one I was I that I was like, let's move on. But that's directing, maybe. All right, other story things, anything else? Are we ready to rate it?
I'm ready to rate that. The story, I gave it a 10.
10 story.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Amy?
I felt that they did such a good job with all the dialogue. It was awesome. And then, even the music and everything else that went with it, like the props, the whole thing. Yeah.
I would give it probably about, I'd say an
Mm.
8.5.
Okay. 8.5. Sherry, where are you landing?
I'm at an 8.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm at an 8.
I'm at an 8.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about chemistry with, of course, with Jake and Ella Neezer, as well as with the other scene partners that we saw. And there were a lot of people in this movie. Kevin O'Grady, I mean, there were a lot. There were the
Each of the
three
ghosts.
ghosts plus Marlene, plus the families, Tiny Tim's family, you had Fran's family, and like we actually heard
People
from
in the office,
the
the weird,
office
awkward
people
chemistry, or
kept
the
calling her Krampus. I love that they were calling her Krampus.
That was great.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
And wait, and then, people that in his charity,
Mhm.
they're friends from college or the dive bar, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there were a lot. Well, I've kind of already talked about the two actors that I thought had phenomenal chemistry with her. Uh, what else did you guys witness?
I thought they all connected.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Bobby,
Yes.
we forgot Bobby.
Yep.
Her assistant who's flying with her.
Poor thing.
That was,
I
and then when
know.
she saw Jake and she starts talking to her, and Bobby's popping around like, who are you? What?
Right.
What's happening?
Yes.
And
Oh,
then
and she tells
evidently
him-
texting back to the office to say, like she was
Guess
engaged
what?
once.
And she tells everybody that she was engaged, that Erin was
That was funny.
engaged.
Yes.
And they're all
No,
like, what?
I know they don't see her in that way that there could ever be.
No.
no.
No. Mm-mm. Yeah.
Or it fulfills the their thoughts of her. It's like, okay, well, I can see why she's not, because they even said, oh, definitely he left her.
Mm.
Right?
Is that what they said? Oof,
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
harsh. That brother-in-law
Yeah.
was harsh.
Ooh,
He was
not
too. I
around,
was
they
gonna
were not
mention him. Yeah.
There was
He
that
even
like
called her
chill when
Krampus.
when they surprised him, and it was like there was that awkward moment of like she heard everything you said. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah. Too funny. Yeah.
All
They did
right.
great.
Any other favorite? I thought the Australian crikey pilot.
Oh, and let's talk about Eric Gow. I mean,
Oh my
Eric
goodness.
Gow.
I love
as
him.
Pip. I
he
mean,
was hilarious.
he was so over the top. Interpersonal space, like sitting in her lap at one time, like the physical comedy that went on.
Yeah, that was
with
one of my
him.
favorite, when he like gets right in her face and starts singing, and she just looks at him and she's like, I'm gonna need some more space.
Very, yeah. I mean, how to take the smallest part, the smallest name that you could have,
Right?
Pip.
Yes.
And was that a chipmunk rendition of a partridge
Yeah, I
in a pear
think
tree that he
so.
did over the
Yeah.
intercom?
I think technically
Yeah.
he was supposed to be an elf, but he did sound more like a
Like a
chipmunk.
chipmunk.
Chipmunk elf. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Way to kill it.
And then I
Kill
want to
it.
know
yeah.
how many takes did they have to do with that? Because I
I,
can't imagine that Aaron did not crack up every time he like popped
Seriously.
up from the seat and was
We did reach out to her, but she was crazy busy, so we didn't get
Oh, I
to
bet.
but oh my gosh, that was something.
I mean, even the other passenger that was on the other side of her in what 2C or whatever,
Mhm.
you know, he's putting the eye patch
Yeah.
on him and he's like snaps on his face.
And did I
Snap
miss?
it.
I feel like I saw someone said on Twitter that that passenger sitting beside her in the seat is her stand-in from When Calls the Heart.
Oh, is it?
I
Wait, it
wanna
was a
say Jeanette
man.
mentioned that.
Yeah, it
The
was.
guy that was sitting beside her on the plane, because somebody tweeted something like, "Oh, another When Calls the Heart callback." I want to say that's her stand-in. I can't remember what his name
Well,
is.
yeah,
She has a
he was
male
very
stand-in?
familiar looking.
Or not her stand-in, but one of the stand-ins.
Oh,
Remember when they were
okay.
talking about HFR? There's two people that
Yes. We need to interview the stand-ins. That would be amazing.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'll have to go back and look, but I
Oh,
feel like
that's
somebody
cool.
tweeted that that was who that was.
Let's talk about Jake and Ella. I I'm sorry. Tyler Hines looking crestfallen and hurt is like my heart wants to like go out of my chest.
Yeah.
No one does it better. No one
That
emotes
was
better.
probably the scene where he was looking at her picture
Oh,
and
Right?
he
Before
said,
going to the
"Merry Christmas,
airport.
Ella, wherever you are." That was
Yeah.
probably the most romantic part of
Yeah.
the
It was
whole movie for
heart-wrenching.
me.
Absolutely
that was a tough
heart-wrenching.
one.
Yeah.
But I loved their meet cute
Yes.
at the
That was
library.
dark. How flirty was Ella? She was like,
Right?
He
wow,
was something
And then
else.
the hormones.
and he should have known because he was carrying the book Romeo and Juliet. And it's like, oh, this is going to be a
No.
tragedy, right? Like, oh yeah, he
No.
was. That's what I mean. Like even the props, they were all in on it. Like they
Mhm.
really
I feel
leveled
like
it
that's a
up.
very Hardy thing to do is looking at the books that are in the scene.
Breadcrumbs. Yes, I love it. So
Yeah,
good. So good. Yeah,
yeah,
their first date, the whole grad school library.
Mhm.
Yeah. The early kiss.
yeah,
I mean, that was great that we got the kiss so early. Yeah, their kiss is
yeah.
beautiful. I mean, the dancing. Was the slow dance the same song?
Yep.
It
Yep.
was.
That's
Oh,
why
Yeah,
she made that comment at the end and she started to say, I think this song
yeah.
was, and then they just started dancing.
And when he
So I
dipped
looked
her,
that song up,
Yes.
and it
The dip
was
was amazing.
dip was
yes.
amazing.
I looked up the song because I was like, oh, I've not heard this before. And it's called I'd Like You for Christmas. It was performed by Julie London in 1957.
Oh, wow.
wow.
I had
Yeah,
never heard that song before.
Yeah,
right.
it's nice to hear a different Christmas song that you haven't heard.
And it
Yeah,
covered all the holidays because it said Christmas and
that's
Easter
right.
too. It was all the
Yeah.
holidays. They're gonna maybe they'll
Apparently
do
it
another
was
one for
it
another
was
holiday.
written by her husband. So I thought that was
Oh.
kind of cool. Yeah. What's his name? Bobby Troop.
Hmm.
Nice.
But yeah.
Convenient
Anyway.
that they could find a cozy little diner open at 1 a.m. in the morning in Utah.
Oh, and then find presents and get them wrapped
Oh, well,
before
Yes.
like
Yes.
7
yeah.
a.m. in the morning or
Yeah.
whatever time they showed up at their door.
But I was thinking of you, Kim, because I was like, is she just gonna lie and say that she was just planning to surprise her the whole time? And she
Right.
didn't. She didn't.
No.
She said that she had a unexpected layover, and I was like, oh, Kim is gonna be happy that she didn't lie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that would have dropped my score down to
Yeah, nope, not allowed to do that.
So funny. I'm gonna go with an 8 on chemistry. What are your thoughts?
I was thinking
I'm
Oh,
going
and then
8.5.
as well. Yeah.
Okay, Sherry's going 8. See, you've opened the door with that 8.5. Whoever did it.
8.5.
Amy did that. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, 8.5. All right, Kim.
I'll give it an 8 as well. I mean,
Okay.
just because it's hard to
It's not the most
um
romantic film ever.
no,
No.
exactly.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think the romance
and
was
when is
almost secondary to the story.
Yes, indeed.
well,
Yeah.
that's it. Like when is Christmas Carol romantic, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
For a
that's
long time, I didn't even realize there was romance in the Christmas story. All I remembered was the ghosts and, you know,
Right.
and then
Right.
Scrooge
Yeah.
It's a
realizing
Hallmark
what Christmas
movie.
really meant.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
All right. Okay, moving on to Christmas vibes. Did you get some Christmas vibes?
for sure. I mean, you
Yes.
can't have
Yeah,
a
you
whole
can't have the
telling of the
Christmas
Christmas Carol with a
Right,
Christmas
exactly.
vibe.
The Christmas
Yeah.
Carol is very Christmassy. But it also is just such a classic. It's fun to have a retelling of it and in such a creative way. And I actually when I first heard, I was like, I don't I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think that Christmas, but I don't think the whole plane thing. And they
Mhm.
totally worked it.
Mhm.
I was very wrong. They proved me wrong. Just darling to have the flight instructor, I mean, the flight attendant, the pilot, and the air marshal be the ghosts, the whole, Marlene in the seatbelts. It just totally worked. Totally worked. Yeah. Great job. And even the idea of Christmas above the clouds, like trying to escape it, but then
Mhm.
yeah. Uh, and
And then the Christmas celebrations, like you felt part of Francis's celebration and Bobby's family celebration. You were like, oh, I want some of that ham, like it just looked
yeah,
really good, and
yeah.
it just, like let's share our it wasn't what we're thankful
Oh,
for,
yes.
but
The
Christmas
gratitude, our
gratitudes.
the
gratitude.
gratitudes, like
That
you
was
were like, oh,
lovely.
I want to share a gratitude, like it's
Yeah, and the charity doing its Christmas
yes,
event for the
Mhm.
kids and the charades. I loved the charades with the
yeah.
Those
family,
were so fun. And I will say I am super excited that they just happened to guess a Garfield's Christmas movie because personally that's my favorite Christmas movie ever. And I've never heard it mentioned anywhere
It's
ever.
that good, Amy. We need to
It's
go watch the
so
Garfield.
good. I mean, it was a little short 30-minute. It aired on, I want to say CBS years and years and years ago, but
Oh,
it's so good.
all right. I gotta find it on
Okay,
that
yeah,
recommendation. I love that. All
all
right.
right.
Sherry, did you
I'll
get
be
some
on the hunt.
Christmas vibes?
I did. I did. I mean, I enjoyed the twist of the Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
It was just nice to see, excuse me, a different
Yeah.
version.
Yeah. All right. Rating the Christmas vibes. Anybody want to go first?
I gave it a 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going 9. I'm going 9 because of the Christmas Carol. I'm going 9. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Gow, let me tell you, he brought Christmas to that plane like no one else ever could.
Oh, Eric Gow. The
He's
guy
a
is
classic.
All right, departure from the formula. So, we know that Hallmark has generally a formula.
On Amy's sweater.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I stated,
It's on your
all
sweater.
the things that have to
Totally.
happen.
So we did not have the clinking of the cocoa glasses. We did not have a snowball fight. We did not have a festival.
Hmm.
So I would say it was a big departure from the
Departure, interesting.
Although their first date, there was some, elements of that,
Right.
like, oh, I've
Yeah.
got this really big tree outside. So, it wasn't the lighting of it, but they did see a
Yes,
tree.
they
There
did.
was
You're
some
right.
drinking of some beverage that came from a little stall that was nearby. So, there was kind of a festival vibe going on there.
That's what I was thinking. It was interesting. I wrote some notes and everything, and I was thinking it was a departure, but at the same time, it wasn't. It was like
Right.
a layered story because
Mhm.
it was a retelling of a story, which just essentially made it different than most Hallmark movies. But then those little elements with the meet cutes and then the breaking up and then the getting back together, like that was typical Hallmark stuff. So like you had the layers, you had a lot of typical stuff, but then also a lot of not so typical stuff all happening at the same time, which kind of made it fun.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you watch a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies, Sherry?
That's my family.
That's your family. Okay, good. All right. I have not, I have really been absent so far this year. I have not watched a lot. So I did hear that, what was the one, Keller? The Keller.
Family Christmas.
Yeah, I heard that one was absolutely great. So I need to go back and catch up. I've got a lot of catching up to do. So I would say, of course, the whole, theme of her being, consumed by work and her company and success. Well, obviously that's the Christmas Carol, but it's also,
right.
It's also the Hallmark formula,
Right.
So.
But it's usually the guy who's so involved, and it's the girl who's like, I want Christmas. I want.
Right. Yeah. He was so grounded. This is totally ridiculous of me, but the first time I watched it, I didn't catch, I was like, how is a guy who works in a nonprofit seated in first class? And then I watched it a second time and I was like, oh, he got upgraded. They dropped that in there. So these little things like bug me sometimes.
Oh, I'm still waiting for that to happen to me,
Right. Exactly. I would say that the way that it, for me, departed from the formula is it gave Erin a platform for just an incredible range of acting. I mean,
he blew me away.
She killed it. I mean, when she was getting shoved out of the plane, I mean, we don't get to see haughty, Erin be haughty and nasty and mean. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And the fact that she was always wearing white or blue, I mean, it was really interesting. Only in the end did she put the scarf on and have Christmas colors on. But like, it was just like when she would come back into the bathroom, and it was just the abruptness. It gave her just a massive character arc.
At very last, when she first came back after seeing all of the Ghost of Christmas to come, when she like is screaming and just grabs the mirror and like ends up in front of it, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious.
No, it just, what opportunity do you have to play Scrooge as a woman? Probably a lot. And also it just was,
I was laughing because
perfect
it
choice.
was fun to like watch Twitter along with the movie. And Ben, her husband, was tweeting and he cracked me up because he's like, I really wish I could get a role where I could just stay in my sweats all day. and then he tweeted, he tweeted, he's like, I feel like there's a little bit too much kissing in this movie. Anybody else agree with me?
Anyone feel the same way? That's funny. He did. That is darling. I have to go back and look.
He's so sweet.
Oh, Ben Rosenbaum, you are hilarious. Well, I did have a mental, I think I've told you guys when we arrive at HFR, like the clothes that I travel in, I always just want to burn them. It's like, and so when she was slow dancing with him in that white sweatsuit after spending an inordinate amount of time in the coach bathroom, I was just like, no, please,
being shoved out of plane.
It was like that did kind of ruin the romantic moment the first time I watched it. I was like, I can't go there. She is in that disgust. They're both in their disgusting plain clothes, whatever. So yeah.
But it made it real. She didn't have a suitcase. She didn't have a suitcase full of clothes that she was changing into in the bathroom before we went.
That's true.
That is true.
Have a different winter coat.
Comfy costuming, definitely, to shoot the entire movie in your white tracksuit.
That's got to be a dream role,
Seriously, yeah. I wish this had been I don't scheduling wise, I don't know why they put it this weekend. I hope it did really
Mm.
Yeah.
well, but it seemed like an odd choice. I feel like Aaron deserves to be Thanksgiving weekend or
I
Mhm.
mean, just the fact that it's a Christmas Carol, I feel like
Right.
yeah, it
leans
was a little
towards
early.
at least
Yeah,
at least December, closer
right,
to Christmas.
right. Yeah, that would be my complaint.
Mm.
All right, so departure from the formula is hard. I don't think we're going to rate this one because
Yeah.
it's the Christmas Carol. So
Right.
there you go. Okay. All right, all the feels. Laughs, cried, goosebumps. Did it give you all the feels?
Gave me all the feel.
Oh, nice. All right. Did you really cry?
I did
Oh,
when
wow.
they broke up.
Oh, yeah, that was his
And
face.
Yeah.
when Tiny Tim was like not
Yeah.
in his chair,
Oof.
His
like
chair was
what?
empty.
Right? And and Bobby was trying to do her Christmas gratitudes, but she
And then she
couldn't.
just
Yeah, she
cried.
couldn't do it.
Oh, and then when Jake turned Lucy down, it was like, oh, that was heart wrenching.
Boy.
But she asked him to go to lunch, and he was like,
No. He hasn't even changed the apartment at all. I mean,
Aaron's
no.
reaction to that was classic.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it was funny. She's like, oh, she's laying it on a little bit thick.
Thick,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
She's really laying it on
Yeah,
thick. Oh,
yeah,
boy. Yeah.
yeah. I think some light bulbs might have been going off at that point.
And just the dancing and the dip and of course the end.
Yeah,
Tyler Hines's face is just so expressive that I could just watch him. Yeah, for all the feels, just look at his face.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Amy.
There were some. I was watching it, and I definitely got the feels in a lot of those moments that we've talked about. And then there was a time where I was kind of just connecting it to
Yeah.
real life, and it hit because when she said, was it? I can't remember if it was her or if it was Tyler, and he said, "If you don't have, or which, if you don't need anyone, you don't have anyone."
Right. She
And
said that.
yeah, yeah, and
Wow.
there's just some stuff happening in my life right now, and I realize that I have someone and I have people, and that is really special because it's true. If you don't need anyone, then so
Yeah.
that was
What's it
kind
all
of the
for?
one
Mhm.
sentimental.
That's so beautiful. When did they say that? I need to go back and
It was
rewatch.
towards the end, when they were. It was one of the in the plane scenes.
Yeah.
Oh, when she grabs his arm.
It was later than that.
Okay.
I'm
That's
trying to remember.
lovely.
Was it during that scene where she was like throwing the stuff at him?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Everything,
figure out
and
if
she
it
was like,
was that,
everybody's
but
asleep on the plane. It was towards the end.
yeah.
And
We
they
have
were just
such a
talking about
culture of self-sufficiency, and
right.
I think
And
that's
she
why.
had learned that
Yeah,
from Marlene, you need to, you need to show everyone that you're boss, you need to be in charge. And that was kind of what led to her breaking up with Jake, was that, she had to do this herself and she had to show everybody at the office that she could be a strong girl boss.
right.
When in reality, you can do those things and you can still have other people in your life and you can still have that need, because everybody needs
Yeah.
people. None of us can do this on our own.
No, we should go ahead, Sherry.
I thought when she apologized to Jake,
Mm-hmm.
I found that very touching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, I was like, is given everything, given her track record, is he going to trust her? And it was
Because it
beautiful.
felt like she
Beautiful
got
that
it.
he
It
did.
wasn't just
He
she
did,
was
yeah.
scared of what was going to happen in the future if she didn't change. She actually realized that the choices that she made led to that happening. And her apologizing, she acknowledged her part in all of it. It wasn't just she didn't want those things to happen, so she was going to change. It really
Yeah.
hit
And
her.
all the ways that she compensated for her behaviors, apologizing to people, comping the resort,
Yes.
for everybody who was held over on
On the plane.
Christmas, getting Bobby the ticket, giving her the
Mhm.
raise, saying she was going to get health insurance for everybody
Mhm.
in the company that would cover, would be good health insurance. I mean, that's so topical and
That was one of the
Mhm.
things. There were very few things that I didn't like, but that was the only thing. And it wasn't that I didn't like it, but I felt like it was missing her, because you saw, her showing Bobby that she had changed and showing her sister that she had changed. I would have loved some type of interaction between her and all the people in the office.
Me
Even
yeah,
if
too.
it was just
turn
having
the
a
heat up.
delivery sent and giving them all a raise, or
Yeah,
having the oil company show up and like delivering, and telling them to turn the heat up or something
right.
like that. So everybody in
Yeah.
the office had seen that change as well.
Yeah, that's true. She didn't, yeah, we have to believe. And that moment in the when she turns back into the awful Ella,
Mm-hmm.
when she
Yeah.
right, that was scary. Like, oh, we've got
I
that
was like, oh
voice
no.
again. Um,
Yeah.
and then but it was for effect for Bobby. It was really interesting. And then of course I loved at the end when they had Tiny Tim, as he does God
Mm.
Bless Everyone. And it's
Yes.
Yes.
like,
And I
would
love
she
that he
really
was
call
dressed
Bobby? But it
almost
was
like
adored.
Dickens, like with his little hat and his
Totally.
sweater. It's like, oh, I love that they
Yeah.
played on so much of the classic element, even though it was so different. It was
Yes.
still classic.
Yeah.
Classically
Agreed.
unclassic, I
Yeah.
think is my term for
Perfectly.
this movie.
Perfectly executed, I think. Yeah. Beautiful. So I didn't cry, I don't think. I definitely got some goosebumps, but so I'm gonna give it a for all the feels, I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Hmm.
Oof, sorry. Go ahead.
You're entitled. It's
Just
all
throwing
good.
down the gauntlet for you, ladies. Go ahead. What do you think? It's your
Well, I'm gonna give it a 9 because I did a lot of laughing out loud
Oh,
during the
that's a good point. I laughed and laughed.
I was watching it by myself in the room anyway, but you could hear my laugh through the house. So
Really good point.
I'd say an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in with an 8 too. I think part of it just had to do with the fact that it was a familiar story, so you kind of already knew
Mm-hmm.
where it
Yes.
was going to go. So you didn't quite have that anticipation. You knew it was going to be a happily ever after. You knew how the story was going to play out. But it did, it was sentimental and it was nostalgic and it was funny. So it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I think it was an ambitious movie. They tried to do a lot. I think I might have liked to have seen that charity, but then again, I don't know
Mhm.
how you would have shown the Tiny Tim stuff and the charity. I don't know. It's good. It's
And
good.
it almost needs a part two that could be a
Yeah,
new
right.
story that they've totally, redone, where they're showing what happens after the
Afterward.
ghosts are gone. Does she stick with it? you know
I don't think we can have enough Tyler Hines and
Aaron
Nope.
Craigo.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
We
so
could
I
great
agree.
do a movie
together.
Let's
for
go
every
with that.
holiday. We can have an
Um,
Easter one now. We can have
I did see a little clip of him talking on the Hallmark Christmas cruise about his visit to Hope Valley and how much
oh, I
fun
saw
that
that.
was. Yeah,
Oh,
that was really cool. So, thank you everybody. Thank you, Sherry, for joining us. Do you have are you going to be watching Ben's movie on Thanksgiving weekend, The Christmas Cup?
Of course.
Of course. And then we have Dan Lissing's movie to look forward to. I'm blanking on it's December.
6th, I think.
I'm gonna look quickly. But yeah, it is
I
Single
have
on
it
the
too.
25th is what I think it's called.
Mhm.
So we got two more of our cast, former cast, and then of course there's a lot of cast in the Christmas Cup coming up
Should
on
we make
Sunday.
predictions about whether we might get, since we know that the season's starting in January, do you think we
Ah,
might get a little peek at Hope Valley during Ben's movie?
that's a
Oh.
great guess. Thanksgiving weekends, Sunday night for during Ben's movie. We know that Jada and Natasha are in the film
Mm-hmm.
as well. We hear that there's 5 other When Calls the Heart people total, so there are going to be some surprises in there.
I'm
Uh,
excited.
I know. So yeah, I think you're right, Amy. I think that could be I think that could be a
Interesting.
trailer.
I will
Yeah.
definitely be
A
watching.
little.
The
Now, last
movie
year
and
we
the
got a
commercials.
very
Usually,
short, it was a very short trailer.
Yep. Usually I
Right.
skip commercials and do all the other things, but I feel like whenever a When Calls the Heart star is in a
Yeah.
Christmas movie, you got to watch the whole thing. You got to watch all the commercials, all the
Absolutely.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so watch Heart to Hearties because I'm sure we're gonna have a poster dropping here pretty soon, and we're gonna have to examine that in every. Does anybody want to make any predictions about what you think is gonna be on the poster?
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Is it gonna have a stash on the poster?
that's what I was thinking. Are they really going to keep playing into that mustache?
I don't think so.
I
No.
hope
I
not.
kind of hope not.
Do you think it's
It would
gonna
be really
be
kind of
Aaron?
cool to see them do something completely different and maybe not, I mean, I don't think this would happen, but not have any people in it, just have Hope Valley
Oh wow, wouldn't that be
and
cool?
like a scenic view of Hope Valley.
At the church, my favorite spot.
Right. Yes. See, that
Right.
would be great. I mean,
Yes.
that's such a beautiful building to begin
Yeah.
with. And, you know,
Was that 3 years ago that we had just Elizabeth and the church?
I think so. Was it? Yeah,
I think you're right.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay. Yeah. It seems like they've abandoned the big group shots, so I don't think we're going to
Right.
get the big group shots. I wouldn't be surprised to see uh Edie and Lucas creep onto
Ooh.
this poster.
There's a thought.
I don't know. You got probably, or it could just go family direction. It could be Allie, Little
Oh,
Jack.
yeah.
Um
Oh, that would be interesting. Has Little
Nathan.
Jack's never been on a have any of the kids been on a poster before?
Yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
twins, but I don't know if Little Jack Highland has been on a poster.
Right. I don't think so.
I don't
No.
think so. No,
No.
so that's very
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Well,
should
it'd
have
be
a
interesting
contest.
to see.
Everybody design their own
Oh,
poster.
yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do
I
it.
love
Maybe I think
that.
it's a great idea. Let's do it on the
Yeah.
You can
Do
draw
stick
it, you can
figures count?
Photoshop it, you
Stick
can
figures
you
are
can
allowed.
paint it, you can whatever fits in the square.
Or
I
maybe people
agree.
can just describe it, for goodness
Ooh,
sake.
yep.
Either
Um,
way.
Well, thanks everybody so much, Sherry. It's so
Oh,
much fun.
thank you.
It was just a delight, and thank you for being a fan for a long time. We appreciate it. A Hardy with us. And do you have any Hardy friends in Montana?
Not in Montana.
Not near
Oh.
you.
Hey, I'm in a tiny little town that's only
Yeah.
about 4 square miles.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay, Montana. We need a local
Right?
we need a local group somewhere.
Yeah.
A little party. in
Sherry,
Boulder.
you need to take one of the posters that Lori's made and then put it in your local like community group and say, this is what I'm gonna be doing.
Ooh,
And then
That's
they'll
a
all come
great
out of the
idea.
woodwork. Like
yeah.
I had at work, I had my background on my laptop was the water tower. And so I was doing a presentation, and as I was setting up, like there was, 10 other women in the room, and they saw the background of my laptop and they're like, oh, I watch When Calls the Heart. And I'm like, you do? I had no
You would
idea you
never
do.
known.
Yeah,
Work with them.
exactly.
Wow. That's
Yeah, so
cool.
you never know, Sherry. They're out
Our
there.
Walmart was out of the special edition.
Okay.
Mm.
Are they getting it?
Uh-oh.
Are they getting it in? Unknown.
I don't know if they're getting any more in or
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I have mine.
Oh, good. All right.
Okay. All right. Well,
Oh.
thanks, Hardee's. We'll see you soon. We'll see you next time on Heart.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Take care.